Okay.
So, Kelly, it's been a big week in Australian politics. Oh, no, it's come back. That's right.
Okay. So we're getting used to this camera following us everywhere. We're not sure we're going to leave that on because it's driving us nuts. But anyway, on to what's happening in the political arena. So it took 9 months for our government.
Someone that is here. Kelly.
This way. Like I want to turn that off.
New bits of technology. Shall we?
Really?
It's really big.
Come with me?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right. Stay.
Why don't you just stay in the middle a bit more, Geraldine?
Stay.
I'm going to have to go a little bit.
Come here. Yes. Hop up. Come over, love. Come on. Come on, yes. See, it just follows you. Just follows you, Geraldine.
That's really odd. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, we did start to talk about it this morning.
I will. As in, no drama from Trump. Well, it was a small amount of drama when he realised that Kevin Rudd was opposite. So I didn't even recognise him the previous minister, let alone the foreign ambassador, who, according to everyone, is doing an absolutely amazing job. And he's been leading all the negotiations over there with some of the Trump administration folk about AUKUS. And about also rare earth, obviously, being in Western Australia. Both these things, we're in Western Australia. So both these things are happening in Western Australia. We have the 4 refineries online here with our 4 rare earth mines. And it's good. It's good that that has happened. But we did that to get away from being so reliant on China. We were sending all our, unrefined rare earths to China for them to then send through as well. So more than 10 years ago, we started investing in putting refineries in Western Australia for our best mines. And now 4 of those are online. Most of them weren't expected to go online. I think even when I wrote my article at the beginning of this podcast, so 3 months ago, there was only 1 online. None of them were expected to come online until 27. Well, they must have just put it on steroids because there's 4 online now. That's good for us, but I feel like we've sold out to, instead of China, we've sold out to the United States because they're now going to be investing money into those mines, the same amount, and that's a bit scary for us, being West Australians. And again, we have the AUKUS dealers also off our shore, so that's also a little bit scary for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Trying to get the camera to come back this way. Ready to go? There you go. Stay. Stop. Anyway, so I still, and also there was another I thought that was a total of 9 billion anyway. I'll read out my notes here I've got. So the US and Australia signed an $8.5 billion framework to develop joint projects for critical minerals and rare earths, directly countering global supply chains risk from Chinese export controls. Both governments committed to expediting permits, investing $1 billion each in priority mining and processing operations. Trump was very happy about that, of course. And securing supply chains. Hey?
Is there any timeline to?
No, straight away. It's already been done.
Just to hand over our money. That's it.
Yeah. No. They're putting in $1 billion to our mines, $1 billion to start with.
Yeah.
Which means they're going to have and expect some sort of ownership, right? Yeah. Just like the same thing with the AUKUS deal, right? We've got Garden Island there, what they call it Sterling now, Navy base. And now, we were always concerned about, first of all, it being so close to the metro area, but now it looks like that's still all going ahead. It's actually been confirmed now from this meeting. And on top of that, both American and UK Navy can come and go as they like without needing security clearances and all that sort of thing. So I don't know what part of that works for us. Very little, I would say, because we don't know where America's going with their political situation. So we are deeply concerned about that here in Western Australia. Most West Australians I talk to are not happy about the AUKUS deal being here. And now add to that,
very clear,
giving some of our control about, rare earth mines that we were deliberately set up with refineries so that we weren't being controlled by China. Now it looks like we've just gone from one shark to another, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like America's pretty much coming a regime these days, isn't it? So
that and I think it's
well, careful of the thing because you can
I know
the growing awareness.
Ready come this way, Johnny.
The growing awareness,
yes,
that the US countries into war after war after war.
And we've already done that
And-
with them as well.
Yeah,
We
that
don't want to do
story
that
on
anymore.
Earth is done as well. The
I know.
story is done. We
Anyway, let me
are
read you
better.
the rest of my notes. I will write another article after. I just, at the moment, was waiting for the meeting before I sort of went. Both governments committed to expediting permits, investing over $1 billion each in priority mining and processing operations and securing supply chains for defence technologies, of course, and advanced manufacturing such as semiconductors and clean energy systems. The AUKUS submarine deal was formally and publicly backed by President Trump, ending months of uncertainty and speculation about the US commitment and ensuring Canberra will receive its planned fleet of nuclear-powered submarines. Ha ha ha. We know we probably won't even get the first one till 39 or something. I don't know. We probably won't even need it by then. Australia's pledged substantial financial contributions under the AUKUS deal, including a $2 billion investment to boost production rates as US submarine shipyards, a new operation base for the US Virginia-class submarines in the Indian Ocean by 2027. So this is also lining up, by the way. So come this way, Johnny. Follow us, camera. Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, it's just weird. It's because I need to lean that way then, maybe more. All right, I'm going to put this here now.
That's
We'll see what happens now. See what the camera does now. And we might just have to turn that panning off. Although it is fun, if nothing else.
for us.
Yeah, for us, probably
Don't
not
know
for
how it
everybody
is
else.
for viewers.
Anyway, so then we still have a trilateral strategic minerals project with Japan, US, and Australia. So now I feel a little bit more comfortable about the rare earth that we've got Japan on board. We like working with Japan. We like the Japanese people. So, and we have had a long-term trade relationship with both South Korea and Japan. So we're happy about that. That part of it is good. It's someone else in the mix just to give us a little bit of backup and protection, I think. Anyway, rare earths project targeting 5% of global supply, which is, for a small country like us, as in population, not land size again, that is
Huge.
huge.
Yeah.
It is huge for our economy. Look, we've always been a wealthy state anyway because of the mining, but this will put it on a new map on a global level. The meeting was the result of months of coordinated works by diplomatic and ministerial teams involving close behind-the-scenes collaboration by officials such as Australian Ambassador Kevin Rudd, who used to be our Prime Minister. He was a very popular Prime Minister until the coup happened. And
A little bit
my
short-lived.
friend was there for all of that, working for Gillard at the time, and I got the phone call about 2 seconds before it went on the news.
I'm just hitting Kelly under the table.
Because I'm not meant to say names. Okay. I didn't. I just said, anyway, I can say Gillard. We all know it was Gillard. We love
Did
Gillard,
you know
by the
that there
way.
was a leak?
It wasn't a leak. I got a really quick phone call. No, turn the TV on. We're just about to get our first female Prime Minister. Bang. And I'm like, ringing her back, and she's obviously not picking up because by this time they're running to the office, the Prime Minister's office. And I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Because obviously she could talk to anybody about anything until that last second. So I feel privileged.
So it wasn't
I
a
was
leak.
one of the first.
Okay.
It wasn't a leak. It was
I was
seconds
worried.
before the announcement. Seconds before on TV.
We don't need the controversy.
I'm sure there was delay on the go live stuff. There's always, what is it, a 7-second delay or something? Anyway, and so Kevin Rudd was negotiating for a long time with the US National Economic Council directed by Kevin Hassett. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to now do further deep dive and see who he is. Trump's approach was pragmatic and transactional, no surprise there, focusing on getting ambiguities taken care of swiftly rather than lengthy negotiations, leading to rapid alignment of critical issues by staff. After his remarks, somebody did say that Kevin Rudd in his earlier days did say some negative things about Trump. And one of our journalists in the moment decided that was a good thing to tell Trump in the Situation Room during the press conference.
Getting it out on the table.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely getting that on the table. Albanese received praise for his leadership and avoided any public berating or pressure over defence spending or trade issues, reflecting a well-prepared and coordinated Australian strategy for Trump. Now, I got that from one of the Australian newspapers, journalists saying what he was saying. Officials worked on not just mining, but also accelerating regularity and permitting processes, developing plans for minerals, recycling, and safeguarding national security with supply chains, particularly to counter China's market manipulation and foreign acquisitions. The private tone was reportedly constructed. So, I want to know more about what happened behind closed doors. What was good about this meeting, unlike other poor prime ministers and leaders of different countries around the world that have ended up in the Oval Office, they must negotiate. I'm sure that Kevin Rudd would, under no circumstances, nor Albanese, allowed that to be a raw conversation in the Oval Office. So they had the private meeting behind closed doors before they went to the press conference. Was just presenting the results, which I liked. That was a nice, pleasant surprise. Not that there wasn't still nonsense going on there, because there was. We had the Minister of War. We have to call it now. We can't call it the Defence Department. We have to call it the Minister of War.
Describes what they do.
I'm not even going to say his name, but you all know who, the Fox gigolo, I would call him, was sitting at the end of the table to the right of Trump, so removed twice. So we had Rubio next to him to his right, and on the left of Albanese was JD Vance. That tells you a lot already that, this meeting, that it was going to go a little bit more friendly, because those guys only turn up and flank Trump when the real deal's being done. Otherwise, he uses these reality TV show people. And I think Trump got reined in on this one, so that was good for us. It kept us a little bit safe, I guess. And not that I like either of those people, but, you've got a pretty bad box of tricks to choose from, right? Mm-hmm. But I think essentially it went as well as it could do, with the exception of, I feel like we sold our soul a little bit to get the deal done. But that was, I don't know about you, but I was mentally and emotionally prepared for that, because lots have been going on behind the scenes for a long time. What was the other thing?
Where does the billion, where does the money come from? Our super accounts that we're invested. So really,
not a good.
That's part
and
of
how much rare earth?
We as Australians, we have, all of us automatically, our employers have to pay 9% towards our super funds. That's our retirement.
12%.
Oh, 12. Yeah, sorry. I'm a bit behind because I'm no longer in that realm. But yeah, so it was 9%, it's now 12%, and that is a compulsory thing. The employees have to pay not 9% out of whatever salary they offer you, but 9% of. So whatever you negotiate as your salary or package, they have to pay. Well, it's 9 now, it's 12%. Geraldine's just telling me. And that is for our retirement, your personal retirement, so that we're not retiring on pensions, which has been what we've done in the past, that most public servants have retired on pensions. So to use any of the super money is, I have to double check that one, but.
Well, and if you, everyone knows, if you in Australia, if you've got a super fund that
and they invest in lots of different things.
Exactly where it's being invested.
Yeah.
And I think more and more people really need to look exactly where they're investing their money. I'm not anti-US by any.
No.
I am.
We are anti-Trump administration.
No, yes, I am, and I think that also diversity makes us a stronger community, a stronger place, and we do need to. And we're in a region. The US is, however many kilometres. It's across the planet, and we're flanked by many other countries before the US, and there's that long alignment of the US, but it has, for me, it's troubling that it's taken us into too many wars. And I know people who've been to those wars, and I know that it's very damaging.
Look, I hope nobody knows what's happening on a global scale. As long as Ukraine is still in at war with Russia, as long as that keeps going, where the rest of us are at risk in the Western world, and any democratic country is at risk as far as I'm concerned. Europe knows that, still hasn't gone from activating 5 NATO, which they should have by now. No, they're still in 4. And of course, once again, Zelensky was promised tomahawks, and once again, Trump got the phone call from Zelensky just days before this meeting, and so that was all cancelled again. So that's another problem for everybody concerned. But anyway, so that's the latest update, on, AUKUS, and finally Albanese had its meeting, all the rest of it. Oh, that was what I say. Pete Hexworth, he was wearing a Russian tie in that meeting.
I didn't
A
notice
Russian
that.
flag tie.
Kelly
And even the
picked
Kremlin
the
spoke
colours,
about it on their propaganda TV where they all stand in a circle. And even they talked about that and said, "Oh, you see, they're still Trump's still on our side. How fucked up is that?" Excuse the French. Sorry, Stephanie. She doesn't care anymore.
Well,
anyway,
I think that comes into alignment with our theme today, which was I'm looking at as how do we, we're talking about how we transform our story to be more empowering. I guess is the undercurrent of why we're
and we do always look at what
today.
the intersection is between art and spirit, meaning spiritual growth, personal growth, and how the political terrain or even cultural terrain, activism, all that sort of thing, that all plays into it for us. I mean, that's, as an artist, you can't be one-dimensional, right? You've got layers upon layers. That's how you hopefully you make good art. And so today's episode was, again, about what? You have to remind me, Geraldine.
Well, I was basically giving my take on it, but it's I am that I am, and we're looking at how our personal story can be transformative and ways that it can be. How do we turn the pain into power? And
so really, it's a bit of a recap on about 3 episodes. We're talking about who am I, what is transcendence, how do we move from the personal space of a particular story into a space where we can transcend that story. That's essentially then moving it into, what was the third thing?
How do we turn the pain into power?
Oh, so horror to hope. So that was
another
our campaign that Geraldine and I put together.
Yeah, it's a project.
We had performances and artworks kind of being put into parts of the world.
I think
which I've posted.
The topic was how when we did sit down and talk about this is quite a while ago that we really planned.
Yeah,
this
but
out.
we did talk about a couple of episodes ago about what is horror to hope. Like, it's obvious that there's lots of horrors going along around. And by the way, there has always been, but it's just on steroids at the moment.
Mm.
If you're paying attention to that sort of thing, as most artists do, especially political-based artists and installation artists, performance artists, that's the arena really. And you have to always try and find the hope within the horror. And that then becomes with that, you can have the ability to transcend it, because trauma attracts trauma. So you don't want to hang on to trauma. You want to transcend whatever trauma you've experienced as efficiently as you can. And I think that comes from personal and spiritual growth. You can't change the past. Check, got that. But you can change your perspective of how things played out. We've said all that in past episodes. So I think probably, really, what we're trying to do in this episode is bring all those 3 subjects together, because that's what's required. It's a step-by-step process. I was just saying to a friend the other day, healing's not necessarily instantaneous. I'm not saying it can't be sometimes. And when I was talking about healing, I'm not just talking about physical healing or spiritual healing. I'm talking about general healing of the soul and mind and body together at the same time. But it's incremental, I always get concerned if healing happens too quickly and too spontaneously, because I think, oh God, it's not come back. But so I do think that the philosophy of asking who am I, then looking at the horror and finding the hope within the horror or the light within the dark helps you transcend that particular story, which then elevates your own self, which then from that becomes incremental healing as you're going along, so that hopefully you don't have to invest in that story again. Sometimes you do, but in my own personal experience, and I can only speak from that place, my own personal perspective and experience, is that for the most part, healing that transforms, transcends and sticks, if you like, where you don't make repeat that pattern again. And
that's right.
it comes in very slow, incremental kind of moments.
It is. It comes down to life choices as well. You know, that where your life leads you is choice by choice as well.
Yeah.
And you do have, you know, we all have that opportunity to have some, you know, be able to have some awareness about what we're doing. And I know I know for myself, I can't watch too much news, and I know quite a few. I know
I can't watch the news.
Not really big on news. And
you're talking to someone who hasn't watched network TV at all for 30 years. So
yeah,
I'm engaged in all of the podcasting.
I would say that's
and before that, before all that became sort of what it is today, I used to watch documentaries all the time via YouTube or even DVDs back in the old days.
Yeah, for me, it's I see a lot of that as disempowering. I like to be informed though. That's what I like to be informed. But at the same time, I'm aware of that, you know, the delivery of news as being part of, I see it as a potentially disempowering.
Look, I get because you, like most people, are quite emotionally driven.
Yes.
And so therefore it is difficult. But I do think that you have to, I watch news 10 hours a day, right, at the moment, because that's what's required to get information and the reading up on articles and things like that. Whoops, I'll just moved that. Yeah. Steph, sorry.
What's happening?
I just moved the whole thing. Oh, there. Geraldine's coming this way. Come this way.
Good.
Come this way. There we go. Yeah, you all stay there, Geraldine. Just stay there. Don't move.
It doesn't feel right doing this. See if I can trick it.
Oh dear. I don't know what kind of episode this is going to be for you guys.
Just that way was good. Well, anyway, we weren't going to talk about AI, were we?
We weren't going to talk about AI, and now we're using it, and it's very annoying at the moment. I find ChatGPT fantastic for tech support. I tried to do a little bit of it says engage, so I uploaded a creative exercise. One of my writings to see and asked it to write something about a particular subject in the same manner, and it couldn't do it. It wrote about 10 different, and I said, you don't. I said, is this because you don't have a soul? And you don't. Because it was like cold. There was no, and so I found I did, and then I asked it to do some images, which I'd never asked, and it's hopeless, it's terrible. It's really good for tech support. It's really good, like Google on steroids. I love all that about it, and I use it all the time for that. As far as I'm saying that it's hopeless at the creative stuff. It can't do it. And then it said to me, if you keep uploading your writings and talking to us, we'll learn from you. And I said, no chance.
Yeah, well,
if you want to put me out of my job, not happening. Sorry, not doing that. If you can't work out the creative nuances in the writing, or you can't put an image together, that's good for me. Yeah. That works for me.
So last night I went to my son's Year 12 graduation, and one of his friend's parents commented, we were talking about and it was an amazing presentation as far as, you know, introducing each child, well, you know, young person, not children anymore, they're adults and near adults, and just the incredible sense of hope and sense of individual goals and character, and I guess the mettle of each child. And we're talking about hundreds of children were being introduced. It was a very long presentation. Yeah. But one of the parents did, as a side comment, he did say it's great to hear what everyone's doing. And even though many of their jobs are going to be taken over by robots and AI in the future. And we talked a little bit about what are the jobs that can't be taken over, and, you know, we're creative. At the same time, we acknowledge, you know, our children, his child, are creatives and going into creative learning environments, and that is a reality that robots and AI can't quite take that over, but it has been
so far. As long as you creatives out there do not feed AI your creative skills and how you come up with ideas and do things, and I'm not even sure how we do that, really, it's quite unconscious, then we don't hand that over. And then I think actually if you use AI for your day-to-day stuff like I was just talking about, That then frees you up. What it has given me is the speed of time. Means I get all those things that used to take me weeks or hours upon hours in research. All that's been sped up now, so I get more time to create. But that's a good thing, to have more time to create is fantastic. So if we can use it, always is. Look, any new technology coming in, it always comes down to intent.
Okay, so AI has given you the speed of time.
Yeah.
But a new camera has taken hours away from us today.
Look, and Steffi's right. Like why you're still learning to use all this technology as we are just here today, this camera is to AI to follow our voice and all that sort of thing. And it's not doing a very good job of it, by the way. I'm sure it will get better as it goes along, because that's what it tells us it will do.
Is it us? Have we not programmed it properly?
No, we have programmed it properly, because I followed ChatGTP. And it corrected me over and over again, and that's where it's very good for technology, right? But at the same token, I am grateful that it does not yet have the ability. I'm not saying that it only takes a few creatives to use these platforms to create for them, whether it be images or writing or, creative writing, then sadly we give that power away. So don't do it. Don't do it. I tested the terrain on it. It's not very good, and I don't want it to get good. Just use it for, this is my philosophy. Just use it for research to speed the process up of researching, and even, or like in my case, I used to take hours talking to call centres to understand this new technology and that, because I'm always trying to keep up with it all. And that, by using Perplexity and ChatGPT and I think Claude.
I wonder what's going on under there.
Oh, why is it going on over there? Must be a ghost. Oh, now it's recording something going up the stairs. I told you, we've got ghosts.
Oh, no.
Hello?
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah, it's a ghost. I can see a ghost.
What's he doing back?
Yeah. I know, he's sitting on the stairs.
Sitting?
Yeah, he's sitting right there on the stairs, so it's filming it. We didn't have enough to talk about today. Hey,
we have a lot to talk about today, but I think this is actually quite funny.
Come back. So, as you can see, AI doesn't really work that well. Steph, can you just go over and...
Can you just move from the stairs and go back over
No,
there?
you on the couch or stand behind us, so the camera follows you.
Come and join him.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Steffi, walk behind and it'll follow you.
Yep.
No, it's determined to stay on the staircase.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. He's... Okay, Mr. Ghost, you've had your moment in the sun. Instead of sitting on the stairs, can you come and sit on the chair behind us? Come on.
Where is he?
He's now. Oh, thank you. He's behind us now. Thank you, love. He's behind us now.
Oh, you're a character.
Thank you, Mr. Ghost. I don't know your name yet, but thank you for doing that.
And stay there, please. Just stay there.
Yeah. Don't turn the lights on and off again. That
wouldn't it be just do it just once?
Just for fun.
Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam. Welcome, Sam.
What can we do, everybody? Sam's joined us.
Sam's joined us, and at least he's brought the camera back to us. He's walked behind again. So that's
really
good.
funny.
I know. It's funny how it recorded the ghost.
Yes. Well, he really wants to be
like it was. No, because
remember
like
the
we were
electric cars where people were seeing.
Yeah, people were going hiring those self-driving civing cars. You might be interested in this, Sam. We're driving these, and they were deliberately going through, just young kids, of course, and they were deliberately taking these self-driving cars that would. Obviously, it had to have cameras that were recording any obstructions in the way, so that it wouldn't bump into or crash into anyone. And so what happened was they would drive through cemeteries as a bit of a lark, and it would look like someone was walking across the road on the screen.
And they were.
It would show a couple of humans sometimes, and of course there was nobody there. They'd look up and there'd be nobody there, so they realised that it was picking up ghosts, and they thought that was hilarious and fun. So did I. So we've got our A now, so that's good. Sam's been around for a while now. Because a few episodes ago, you heard us talking about ghost, and then we made a joke out of it, but it really was a ghost, and it really was probably the same guy, Sam. He kept turning our kitchen lights on and off during the episode.
So I don't know how this affects our subject, really.
We've just been taken in a whole new direction, haven't we? What are we meant to be talking about? Stephanie today?
I am that I am. It is what it is.
Well, that's appropriate. I am that I am is an old kind of Hindu saying, comes from Sanskrit times, really. And then, of course, the Soham is that I am. And if you've watched my videos, I use it all the time because I studied Ramana Maharshi's teachings, and it was all about who am I is the only question you need to ask. And, when you can get to a space in your meditation where you say, I am that I am, then you have a better idea of what that actually means. The who am I? I don't. What else are we meant to be talking about? I've lost the plot completely here now. Thanks,
Well,
Sam.
we gave ourselves an hour, and we've already gone over the hour. So
Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe we can wrap up at 4:47,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we just make this a very short episode.
maybe this could just
New
be
technology, new subject. We'll revisit this subject.
Well,
you got to meet Sam the ghost, and
well,
you got to meet the AI in action.
Well, we got to speak about AI, but
We
Louis
did.
the Fly was
We
here.
talked about AUKUS, we talked about AI, which were the two things that we wanted to talk about today, how they play into it.
and I was going to talk about, adapting.
Well, we've done that. We had
Last
to
week
adapt.
we were
We've
talking
definitely...
about Kelly was getting a bit frustrated, and we were getting a bit frustrated with Kelly. Nothing unusual. The little bit of pain for a lot of gain.
Yes, that's me.
And you were telling us.
I always take the long
You're
way
telling us how we need to learn to pivot.
Well, we
adapt.
just
We've
have
been
to
pivoting all day.
This is the moment we get. We have been pivoting. We have been. You're right. So we've
we're
been
just
pivoting all
pivoting.
Well,
day.
maybe that's what this could be
Adapting.
called.
Maybe we can rename this episode instead of Who Am I?
It could be
We'll call
called
it Pivot.
Pivot, and then the tagline could be.
Shout out to the podcast Pivot with Cara Swiffer and
So we could
and
call it
Scott
Pivot.
Galloway. Love your show. Love your podcast. It's great. I watch it all the time.
Sorry.
Sorry, Stephanie, go.
Producer, sticking a hand up in the
Go,
corner.
go,
here.
go, go.
Where's the camera? Swivel over here. We could call it Pivot, and the tagline can be "It is what it
The
is."
camera's still focused on
Sam.
Sam. Maybe that's why I kept following you.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't following you. Maybe it was following Sam. Sam, don't move. Okay, sorry.
Gizmo's been a little bit, camera adverse today. But
Yeah.
I think he's a bit
Oh,
tired.
he's over
a
it.
bit tired.
He's over it.
He's over
It's
it.
been a long day.
Yeah.
We've been organising this podcast with all this new equipment that we've got.
And
since,
we've actually spent
since
a lot of
9
time,
a.m. this morning, and I was up at 6.
and we've had 2 meetings to discuss the topics from this podcast,
Leading
we
up
and
to
we
it.
haven't done any.
And really all we're talking about again is choose love over fear.
Yeah. That's it.
We keep
In
going
this
back to
moment,
the
pivot
same.
and then choose love over fear. Now, the other thing I do want to tell you is today's episode. You know how we always put it's following Sam again.
Oh,
Sam, stop
Sam,
moving.
Come back, you can. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sam. So with every episode we post an artist's work, and this week it's an artist that has done this amazing little short film actually that was also presented in some of the exhibitions we did. Look, she made it in 2016, and just give me a second. Anyway, I think I'm just going to. I can't remember how long ago. Anyway, it's a little short film for about. I think it's a lot of people, collaborators involved, so it was good. I think it's about 15 minutes. I don't know. Can you remember, Geraldine? Help me, she cried. And it's called, here we go. It's not, actually, it's not too bad. It's only 9.46 minutes. And it's called No Way Forward, No Way Back. And her name is Josephine Ball, but I just can't remember how to pronounce the last name. You get used to that when you work with so many foreigners.
Oh, you'll put it in the shorts anyway.
Yeah, it's all the information's there. It's TURALBA. So always go to the end of our episodes. You can hear it playing in the background there. always go to the end of our episodes because we always have an artwork, and it's usually a video artwork. If not, I put a gallery sort of thing together, and that's how you'll get to know all the artists that we know sort of around the world. And on that note, I think we need to shut down. Sorry, it's a really short episode today, but pivot. Things happen.
That's fine.
Shit happens, as we say.
Because, as I keep saying, we're probably coming back to the same thing.
Pivot.
We pretend that.
And you keep meaning, don't move. Pivot, and we go.
No, pivot's not the theme.
I know, well, it is now.
We've
We've been pivoting since we woke up this morning. Pivot. So no surprise that that's still happening.
Adapt.
And adapt. And choose love over fear every time.
Yes.
And you usually even have a reading. You
I
didn't
do,
have...
I didn't
Not
today.
today,
I thought I'll
see?
just let you off.
See?
Look you all off of the reading.
This is what
I've been
happens when you
reading.
get out of... We've been out of practice for 2 weeks now.
I've been enjoying just reading a bit of fiction at the moment. So I'm trying to get a little bit less serious in what I'm reading, but I still can't quite. Even fiction I read is serious, so I can't help myself.
I'm trying to choose,
I prefer
I'm trying
most
to
to
choose
read
the
fiction.
colour of the floorboards that I
Oh
want to
yes,
put down.
Steph.
Oh my
Maybe-
God!
maybe we should-
Oh no, that's we do have to.
It's
We do.
exciting.
We all said a few weeks ago that Stephanie's divorce finally came through, which was awesome for her. And she also just brought her own house all on her own,
Yay.
just her.
Yeah.
And she's now,
choose her.
the house was a mess.
The house was disgusting.
I'm just saying. And so her and her family have been there working their little behinds off, just getting it clean. And I saw the photos. So, it's,
You put them out there publicly, Stephanie.
So she
Yes, I know, but
She knows.
Yes.
No, that's right.
But Geraldine's husband has been on the ball.
Oh
with,
yes, he loves a building
choosing
project. My
floorboards.
husband's a builder by nature,
So, yeah.
not by trade.
Yeah. He's an engineer, isn't he?
Geotech.
What's geotech? Engineer? Form of engineer?
Well, he didn't actually become a full-blown engineer because when he went to school, it was scholarship days, or it's very expensive to go to university. So he made it, and
What's the year he's born?
a long time ago.
Now, come on, tell me, because I want...
I'm not going to say it on the... Oh, then I'll have to remember his date and
Come on, just the year. Just the year.
He's 1953.
So he's 10 years older than me, so he's actually
10 years.
72.
Yeah, 72.
And I'm 62.
Mm.
That's nice. He's certainly 10 years old. Sam, stop moving around.
Oh, Sam, come back. Go away.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's weird.
The camera's following Sam rather than us, so...
Actually,
We
can
just
I
put
just
up
talk
that.
a little bit more about the graduation?
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
I said my daughter's graduation's tomorrow night. so-
Meantime, I'm going to have a lemon kringle, by the
Yeah.
way, which is delicious, and I'll put the recipe there
And
for
actually,
you.
that's how Steph and I met. Our children landed at the same school in the same year. So that's our commonality. So
Yeah.
both our children are graduating this year, which is monumental.
This week.
Yeah, graduating now. It's
Yes.
true, this week.
Mm.
Well, I wanted to say it because I know that the principal in her closing, I don't know, it went on for hours, but it was her very meaningful speech and addressing the children was to show up in person. And she went into all the different facets of life, and she said, when you go to that and show up in person, when you go to that job, when you get to choose online whether to go online for study or into the TAFE or university or whatever, show up in person, and all the different parts of life, show up in person. And I thought that's probably very
Go back to old
relevant.
school.
Very
But
relevant.
that's what we did, right?
Yes,
Well-
and it's probably something that for people to really experience their life
Yeah.
and to keep connected and to find meaning in their lives
Steph,
and find a pathway.
I'm okay.
you're right. You don't want me to throw you one?
As far as the message goes, show up.
Ready?
Even once
Jesus.
even when you've passed away, show up.
Sam, show up.
He is, but we probably need to kind of
Who's here?
help him a bit. Well, we are, maybe. Mm.
Go that way a bit, Sam. Walk that way.
I did actually research a little bit on turning your pain into power. So I did chat GPT on it. And
oh my God, you use ChatGPT?
Well, I don't very often. But
I was going to say it's the first almost, isn't it?
No, it's not. But I have used it for report writing and as a,
So good for
as a
formatting, isn't it?
departure, as a starting point, I guess. But yeah, it was really quite incredible. And I think that's the power of the collective, isn't it?
Mm.
I mean, it is really the greatest heist of copyright that's happening on social media. And for years, we've had people, writing, I own, disclosures to say, anything that I put on my social media.
Yeah, we just noticed on
is
ours
owned
now,
by me,
on all the
but-
episodes, I put StudioZer0, where it's artworks and stuff, so that it can't be.
But I think a lot of people had to a certain point sign things away, so that's a bit tricky.
I think as soon as you upload to YouTube, you sign it away, whether you like it or not, because they can do clips and all sorts of things.
Yeah. I've got my good friend, shout out to Carl Gopalkrishnan, who's, recently put up on his posts, there's moving to his website, but also just saying, I am a human artist, everything I create, and a full disclosure. I think that's probably really pertinent for artists and creators.
Do you think
developers and
I think you can tell the difference.
Innovators and
When someone's created something through AI, at the moment, that's what I was talking about earlier. Yes, we're still, as long as creatives don't keep feeding these AI's information, it can't work it out on its own. It can only work it out through what you feed into it. They don't do that. And I think you can still tell when something is written by AI, when something is an image, definitely you can tell. And even the little AI videos, no matter how good the operator is, it's a different kind of creating, I guess. It's more of a technical creating, and some of them are very interesting in that.
Collective creating.
But they do now have to put AI,
Yes, that's right.
So,
as a watermark, do you mean? Yes, yeah. And that's the sorts of things that we all need to work out.
Oh, there are all the laws across the world that are going to need to be changed, and I think YouTube are looking at it at the moment. I saw that interview with the CEO that Ezra did, I think it was, with him or someone else, might have been someone else. But anyway, and he talks about that. He talks about the things that are now being put in place for all that kind of thing. And that's a good thing because, Trump obviously removed all the guardrails from social media. But in Australia, we've now just brought new laws in that at the age of 16, you can't have social media accounts, any of them, in your name until after you're 16. And before that, if you do, it has to be the parents who sign you up.
Permission.
Well, not permission, so it has to be the parents' name.
Yeah. Very good. Okay.
I think I think we're going to go as well. And I really need to go because I need to go to the loo.
All right, well, I'm going to go to the loo first.
Oh,
right. Well, why is Stephanie's going to the loo? And just don't take Sam into the loo with you, poor darling. You'll have a heart attack.
this one wants to go though.
Anyway, as usual, we're going to sign off with laugh, love. Oh, Sam's moved. No,
Come back,
Gizzy
Sam.
moved. Maybe it's Gizzy this time.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not following Gizzy. It's still following Sam.
Okay.
Sam, you've got a lot of energy. Look at that.
That was
Ready?
nice.
Do that. Ready? Go back.
Oh, that's the best we've had. No, it's still not.
No, it's still. It likes your green. I just think Sam likes you. I think Sam's following you. Anyway, laugh, love, and breathe, guys. That's the key. And from here, this is a short episode. We really didn't talk about much at all. I get that. But we're really just coming back from having 2 weeks off. So actually, I think we had 3 weeks off, didn't we?
No, well, we had our guest, Lois.
Yeah, but that was on Monday. That wasn't our normal podcasting day. The special guest
2 weeks.
episode that we had.
Anyway, thank you
you
for
would have
joining
seen by
us.
now.
Thank you
Anyway,
so much for joining
thank you,
us.
Sad, for joining us. Hope to see you next week.
Love.
Just remember to stand behind us in the middle so that the camera.
laugh.
Did you see it flash? Did you see the camera just flash?
No.
The green circle around it went
what's
beep,
going on?
beep. When I said Sam's name, I said, thank you for joining us, Sam. He went, beep, beep. Did you see that?
I did. Corner of my eye. I'm seeing a lot. Corner of my eye. So love, love, love.
Love, love, love. Love, love, love. To you, Sam. Thanks for
All right, see you
joining
later.
us.
Bye.
Breathe.
And Stephanie's
Breathe,
determined to make us
breathe.
go.
nautical miles in that direction, 800 miles in that direction.
This weekend, thousands made it to Northern Europe, but others won't get the same help.
There is no such thing as a spiritual war. When you fight a war, the aim of that war is to defeat your enemy.
I was speechless. I found it like being suddenly in a science fiction.
The dominant form today of politics is what I call the politics of fear. We no longer have positive visions. We have, the fear of the immigrant.
You need an inclusive strategy, not merely one which excludes.
Warum aus Ihrem Land? Warum sind Sie hier aus Ihrem Land?
Times it's just all too much.
But we want to go. We want this help. Only we want to go.